Most people believe that intelligent people are simply born with bigger brains, better memories, or more knowledge than everyone else. They imagine smart people as walking encyclopedias who always have the right answer. But real intelligence doesn't work like that. The biggest difference isn't how much someone knows. The real difference is how they think. It's how they approach problems, how they react to pressure, and how they process situations that confuse everyone else. You don't need a perfect GPA. You don't need to memorize thousands of facts, and you definitely don't need to be a genius. What you need is to adopt the thinking habits that smart people use every day. In this video, I'm going to show you 5 simple thinking habits that highly intelligent people practice. These habits are easy to learn, but surprisingly, most people never develop them. If you start using even one of these habits, you'll notice something interesting. Problems will start to feel easier. Conversations will feel smoother, and people will begin to see you as someone who thinks clearly. Let's get into the first one. First, smart people don't waste energy trying to win arguments. When most people disagree with someone, their first instinct is to fight back. They defend their opinion, raise their voice, and try to prove the other person wrong. It turns into a competition. But highly intelligent people approach disagreement differently. Instead of attacking the other person's opinion, they become curious. They ask questions like, "That's interesting. What made you think that?" Or, "Can you explain your point a little more?" They're not asking to trap the other person. They're asking because they genuinely want to understand. And something powerful happens when you do this. People stop feeling attacked. Their guard drops. The conversation becomes calm instead of aggressive. When people feel understood, they're far more open to hearing new ideas. Smart people know something important. You rarely change someone's mind by arguing with them, but you can often change their perspective by helping them think deeper about their own ideas. Second, smart people step back and look at the bigger picture. Many people react strongly to small events. They fail one exam and immediately think they're a failure. Someone rejects their idea and they assume they're not good enough. One bad day suddenly feels like their whole life is falling apart. But intelligent thinkers zoom out. They treat problems like a scientist studying a pattern instead of reacting emotionally to one moment. A failed test doesn't mean they're stupid. It might mean they need a new study method. A rejection doesn't mean they're worthless. It might mean the timing wasn't right or the approach needs adjustment. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" they ask, "What can I learn from this?" When you step back and analyze situations calmly, problems stop feeling like disasters. They start looking like puzzles that can be solved. Third, smart people focus only on what they can control. A huge amount of stress comes from worrying about things that are completely outside our control. People worry about what others think of them. They worry about the future. They worry about events that may never even happen. But intelligent thinkers simplify things. They ask one simple question: can I actually do something about this? If the answer is no, they let it go. You can't control the weather, but you can bring an umbrella. You can't control other people's opinions, but you can control your actions and your attitude. You can't guarantee success, but you can control the effort you put in. By focusing only on what they can influence, smart people save enormous mental energy. And that energy goes towards solving real problems instead of worrying about imaginary ones. Fourth, smart people are comfortable with silence. Many people feel awkward when a conversation becomes quiet. They rush to fill the silence with random words just to avoid the uncomfortable pause. But thoughtful people don't panic when things get quiet. They take their time. They listen carefully. They process what was said, and they respond thoughtfully instead of instantly. This simple habit makes a huge difference. When someone pauses before speaking, it shows they're thinking. It makes their words sound more meaningful. Good listeners also gain something most talkative people miss: information. While everyone else is busy talking, they're learning. A simple trick you can try is this. Next time someone asks you a question, wait 2 or 3 seconds before answering. That short pause gives your brain time to organize a better response. And finally, the fifth habit. Smart people pause before reacting. Most people operate on automatic reactions. Someone insults them, they fire back immediately. Something goes wrong, they complain. Someone annoys them, they get angry. It's almost like a reflex. But intelligent thinkers create a small gap between the situation and their response. When something upsetting happens, they take a breath. Then they ask themselves questions like, is this really worth my energy? What response would actually improve this situation? That moment of reflection changes everything. Staying calm while others lose control is a powerful advantage. It allows you to make smarter decisions while everyone else is acting emotionally. And over time, people start to notice that composure. So what does all of this mean? Being intelligent isn't about knowing the most facts in the room. It's about how you approach situations. Ask questions instead of arguing. Look for patterns instead of panicking. Focus on what you can control. Use silence to think, and pause before reacting. These small habits completely change the way you interact with the world. Most people never develop them, which is exactly why they stand out so much. When you start thinking this way, you'll notice something interesting. You stay calm when others panic, you find solutions faster, and people begin to respect your opinion because you respond thoughtfully instead of emotionally. And the best part is that none of this requires natural talent. Anyone can train themselves to think this way. Real intelligence isn't something you're born with, it's something you build through habits. Now here's a challenge for you. Don't try to practice all 5 habits at once. Pick just one and focus on it for the next few days. Maybe it's pausing before reacting. Maybe it's asking questions instead of arguing. Small changes repeated consistently create the biggest results. If you enjoyed this video and want more content about improving the way you think and handle life, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. And before you leave, let me know in the comments, which one of these habits are you going to start using first? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.